Big breaking news coming in right now. The opposition leaders have begun to arrive for the breakfast meeting with Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in order to discuss the opposition strategy for the monsoon session. Now, this comes, remember, even as Parliament is seeing a deadlock owing to the ruckus in both the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Rahul Gandhi has just left his residence for the opposition meeting. You can see the screen on your screens, the visuals on your left. The opposition leaders have begun arriving for that key meeting. Now, remember, we're getting to learn that the TMC will also be attending the meet, which is being convened by Rahul Gandhi, and they will be discussing possibly the strategy. Now, remember, more than 2 weeks have passed. Parliament logjam still continues. The issue of Pegasus and farmers' issue still hogging the limelight. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Piyush to give us more details. Piyush, what are you picking up right now of this meeting that is being convened by Rahul Gandhi, a key strategy meeting that we're given to understand?
That this is a very big meet which is being chaired by Rahul Gandhi, and that's the meeting of all the opposition political parties. TMC is also going to part of this very big meet, and this meet is basically focused on Pegasus. For the last many days, in fact, since the time the parliament has begun, we have seen as to how these political parties have been raising this issue inside the parliament, and they have been demanding a probe into that. In fact, they have been asking a few questions from the government. Though the government says that it is ready to have discussion and has responded to all the queries of opposition political parties, but these parties are not letting the parliament to function. They are demanding proper probe into that. And right now, as we are speaking, Rahul Gandhi is going to chair this meet at Constitution Club of India. This meet is likely to begin at around 10 a.m. and it will continue till 11. And after that, all the political parties will move towards the parliament, where they will once again ask the government to have a probe in this. Senior Congress leaders have been issuing adjournment notice on Pegasus and demanding that there should be proper probe. Every day we have seen parliament being disrupted on the same issue. Now a strategy meet is all set to begin at a Constitutional Club of India, which will be chaired by Rahul Gandhi, who himself is MP from the Congress party. He, along with other political parties, will be there. There are other issues also, like farm laws and also different issues which opposition has been raising on the floor of House. And today it's going to be very crucial meet, which will be chaired by Rahul Gandhi. We'll have to wait and watch what kind of strategy today opposition party is now going to work on as the parliament continues to go on and continues to be disrupted by opposition. Today again we can expect a stormy session, or stormy day of monsoon session of parliament.
Right, various issues that will be taken up by Rahul Gandhi at that particular meeting. Also, we have to understand about the loss to the state exchequer. You know, how much does it cost of stalling the parliament? We're given to understand that about 130 crores approximately this loss has been pegged.
Well, Chris, we know if we go by the data, we have also accessed the particular data. Out of a possible 107 hours of parliament, only 18 hours of only 18 hours have been allowed to be functioned. If we go by the Lok Sabha proceedings, only 7 hours out of possible 53 hours have been allowed to function. And if we go on the data of Rajya Sabha, only 11 hours out of possible 54 hours have been allowed to function, which means that only 18 hours out of 107 possible hours have been allowed to function the parliament. And this has, in fact, costed exchequer more than 130 crore. So this is the amount which we have been able to get. Also, what we are told is that the new ministers and the MOS rank ministers who were promoted to the cabinet rank, they were all set to table many bills concerning the common man. But because of the continuous disruption, we have seen as to how these bills, those are are in the welfare of the people of the nation. They were not be tabled. In fact, no discussion took place because of the continuous disruption. So this is certainly telling us as to how, because of the continuous disruption, people of the country are facing the problems. In fact, we also spoke to a few people, common man, where they also demanded that discussions should take place and bills should be allowed to be passed from Parliament. But opposition continues to create ruckus. And on that particular issue, once again, a big strategy meet is also to take place at Constitutional Club of India, where Rahul Gandhi will be there. He's going to chair that particular meet, where all the opposition political parties leader will also be, we will also take part in that particular meet. Crispino.
The key issues, as you rightly pointed out, is Pegasus issue, as also the farmers issue. The opposition unwilling to compromise on those two issues. However, the government says that only real people-related issues will be discussed in a parliament, and the government is very clear on what they want discussions on. But the opposition still trying to make this issue of Pegasus and the farmers issue a very, they want to make a point here in Parliament, not allowing, in fact, the Parliament to function. We have seen the kind of ruckus both in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha for the past 2 weeks. What is the opposition strategy right now as we're looking forward into the remaining period of the monsoon session of Parliament?
Well, Crispino, if you go about the strategy of opposition political parties, they will once again focus on disrupting the House. They will ask for the adjournment motion and discussion on Pegasus and farm laws. Yesterday, the Trinamool Congress had come out in open, and they had said that they demand answers from not only Home Minister Amit Shah, but also Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and discussion should take place in presence of these two top leaders of the government. This is what the Trinamool Congress was also asking for. So once again today, we can expect the similar sort of stand being taken by the opposition political parties, where they will again ask for the discussion to take place on Pegasus. In fact, this is taking place at a time when the entire issue is in Supreme Court. The government has been saying that it is very much ready to reply to all the queries of opposition, but opposition political parties are not letting the Parliament to function. In fact, government has been telling them that the bills, those are concerning the common man.
Strategy of the opposition. Thank you, Piyush, for joining us on the broadcast. We've been tracking those developments very closely. Let's move on now.